Hey everyone, it's Richard Payne here from Halifax Homes and Lifestyles. Just been out with some clients all weekend actually, Saturday and Sunday, and it got to the question of when they were talking about commute from the neighbourhoods we were looking in, and it got me thinking, good question. So we've done a quick video all about commutes for you. Commuting in Halifax is pretty much dependent on where you want to be and at what particular time. Driving in and out of the city is really simple, and as long as you're able to avoid that rush hour traffic first thing in the morning as well as late afternoon, and even if you can't, even if you do find that you're traveling, the traffic moves really easily, and it's not very often that you're going to be stuck in stationary traffic for hours on end, unless maybe there's been a big accident or something that's been going on, and then obviously the traffic's been diverted and you're going to get into it. Then it can be a bit messy. But like most cities, there's going to be pockets of congestion and certain hotspots as well. But all in all, it's a pretty easy ride. When we first moved here, I was working in downtown Halifax on Hollis Street. Now, I drove a few times into the city fairly regularly before figuring out there's a better option, and it was actually to take advantage of the ferry as well as the park and ride. Now, Halifax has two ferry services. One is in Dartmouth North End, Alderney Landing, and the other one is actually down in Woodside. And the Woodside ferry terminal even has free parking, but as I found out, you got to get there a little bit early. So $2.50 cash fare one way, but it's going to be much cheaper with a Metro Transit Pass. You can get into the downtown core of Halifax in 12 minutes. And I personally think that Halifax Transit is really, really good, but there's going to be plenty of people who obviously are going to not share the same view as me. We don't have, unfortunately, a commuter rail system, so bus and ferry are really the only two ways if you want to actually commute. And if you're an avid biker like I was in Cardiff, 3-mile commute in Cardiff would take me half an hour by car, but 12 minutes by the bike. You're going to be a little bit disappointed here because the bike lanes are not exactly brilliant. They're really working on them, but a lack of actual planning at the start tends to miss some really important infrastructure. Now, depending on where you're coming from, there's going to be the 118 highway, there's going to be the 102 highway and the 103, and all of those filter straight into the downtown Halifax core. Now, where we live in Fall River, we have a choice of, I can either go 118 Dartmouth or 102 Halifax. And usually my biggest issue in the morning is actually getting out the subdivision, and in particular in winter, because they've got to clear it. But once I'm on the highway, it tends to be really steady with, one section of the road in winter that's actually been cleared for travel. So unlike many other cities, driving here is actually fairly pleasant and is not too laborious until you're going to hit an accident. Traveling here with the people being fairly distracted because of cell phones and stuff like that is a little bit of an issue, but do you know what? It's fairly infrequent. So if you have any questions that are coming up with regards to commuting or the distances or where areas are where people can get that easy commute, then by all means hit me up. It's Richard at richardpayne.ca, 902 489 1804.